Hello. We are playing some Subnautica. I've completed on the story mode, now in creative mode, where you can just muck around building bases and stuff. And this is one I started a while ago, but built up a lot yesterday. So probably just show you basically what's going on. So yeah, here's so basically in the middle of the map, that's the life pod. The Aurora will be somewhere around there. And I had some other little bases dotted around, mainly because I was looking for a wreck so I could get the last audio file, and I just kept missing it everywhere I looked. So I just built loads of bases in that part of the map and eventually pinged it from one of the scanner rooms, but they were pretty crappy bases that I won't use anymore. So it's this little bit view, got some lights up so you can kind of make out more in the dark. I think I've definitely pushed the PS4 to the limits, especially this crusty old PS4. It's on its last legs with building this huge base, because it kept nearly crashing towards the end. There's a little observatory, the ocean bed. It's open to see a bit more fish life. Unfortunately not. I was even hoping to maybe bump into a Leviathan or two that maybe you could see. Fortunately not. There's my little friend there that I had to shoot away with my propulsion cannon because he kept barging into my base. Which, even on creative mode, can bust a leak, but I think that was more... There was a tiger plant that kept shooting arrows at one of the scavenger fish. And it kept making a hole, so I had to get since I got rid of the tiger plant, I've not had any leaks, unfortunately. There we go, there's the moon pool. And then we've got the big boat there, and then that's the pad with the rocket on. I just thought, you know, build it because why not? No, obviously, just once you get in the rocket, it just ends the game, even on creative mode. So, yeah, this started out, it used to be pretty much too high everywhere with the plots in, and only then I sort of decided to expand it a bit more, make it bigger. And so basically we pretty much got a couple of everything from all over the map in here. I don't think I'm missing any plants. That is possible. Especially, I didn't spend a lot of time in the lava zone, so there may be stuff in the lava zone, maybe. And then, this is one of the alien hatcheries. This is where I've kept all the carnivores in this one. And like the little That's one of the little fish that swim out. Little suicide fish usually, but when they're in there, they don't blow up. And then, so let's show you a bit more. The garden. Down, just a couple of fish tanks. Pretty much got one of each. All the fish tanks. So there's a scavenger, I forget his name. A couple of the little rays that I had to release because I accidentally put 2 in a tank and they laid loads of eggs, so I just had to sort of pick loads of them up and dump them outside. It's a cuttlefish. And now this is where I keep all the herbivores that I've hatched. Still missing a couple. I think you can get a baby Leviathan, you know, one of them big ones that float around that are harmless on the top of the ocean with little corals on their back. Break room in here, coffee machine, bit, table, cat, little cuppa, some outdoor plants that I got from the island. You just see it was a better view until I built all of them foundations. Kind of a little bit in the way now. Little prawn suit. This is the scanning room with our sea moth. Can't really see much out of that window. Better look at the garden. I did have lots of spotlights, but they kept getting in the way when I was building, so I was just putting one standing light there, and there's another one somewhere over there. Closer look at the carnivores. A lot better view before I started building out and putting them foundations in. That's wreck number 3. Let's come off. One of my other remote bases is picking that up in the scanner room. Can't remember which one. So annoyingly, a couple of the wrecks still show up. And I've seen them all now. Go around. Let's herbivores again. So, and here's my room. Basically, some posters and that. Get these off the Aurora when you go over there. I did find another one randomly somewhere else, but I can't remember where. You got natural selection, the prawn suit, the keep calm one, colour flower pots. There's a bag that you can find on Aurora again. That was on the Aurora. Toy car was in one of the wrecks, I believe. and then that was in the Aurora, and that. Again, like, just sit at my desk in my room, look out. Some of the plant life that I picked up. That's one of the pictures you can just put one of the screenshots on. A little fish tank. And again, another poster of the Aurora. I mean, that was what the base looked like originally for most of this play. Until I built it up a lot more the last few days. Just gonna say it's a lot more basic. Just 2 up with the garden in the middle, moon pool, observatory out there. So it's changed a lot now. This was the main room where I had the radio, which obviously once you've gone past the end game now, there's no more radio calls to come. Fabricate, which you don't really need too much in creative, so everything just builds. So again, just go up. Got one more to level 3, and now you've sort of seen everything overview with the plant life. Again, because it's creative mode, you don't really need the reinforce. This was just mainly when I was having problems before that I was saying with that sort of tiger plant which kept shooting out barbs at predators, and that's what was making the holes, but I didn't know, so I thought maybe if I just put loads of foundations down, loads of reinforcement out windows without really much of a view, it would help. But I could probably take them all out now and make them all windows, but do that another time. Right, now let's venture out. So again, so you're gonna sort of see soon why this game comes close to crashing every time I get the little gadget out, which helps you build stuff. So yeah, that's number 3. Bit daytime. Yeah, not much plant life going on. Right, now this probably show you that on the way back round. It's just kind of a big loop now. It was one of the rays, probably one of the ones I released. So I should probably turn them into windows, but I don't want to push my luck with it crashing. So yeah, you can kind of make out there in the distance the sort of big loop which I made because it leads down to a cave entrance, which I believe is the cave, I think. So it's a while since I've done the end game, so I think it takes you to the cave where you can get in to the lava. No, bit of a sand shark, is that one? It's a predator, but again in creative mode they don't really attack you unless this is a Leviathan and you're in a sea moth, then the Reapers will still grab the sea moth if you're in it, but if you're not in it, they'll pretty much leave you alone. Still make you jump though if they come out in the dark. So that's the sand shark making that noise, I believe. Then we got some floating islands down here. And so I need to take the ladder down. Do we need to take it down again? I believe we do. So, this part of my build, I didn't realise about the long tubes, or I didn't know how to use them properly. So I ended up just going base, attach the base, patch the base, and then go out. Whereas what I should have done is, I think what you're going to see on the next bit is where I figured out how to get it to work properly. So as you can see, that is proper the abyss. Yeah, that's an old base. Floating islands, we'll just go down one more. Sand sharks. So I think there's a ghost leviathan down there, but I didn't go deep enough, unfortunately. Oh, but yeah, okay. So I did build. Okay, so down here there's observatory a little bit deeper down. Again, I think it's quite deep enough to see ghost leviathan. Oh, there it is. Right, there's the ladder. Still, yeah, only 60 metres down. I should have built this, to be fair, probably at least another 100 metres down. And you may have been able to come and have a look at ghost leviathan. Possibly. I think there was one there. 100% there. But you can see the sand sharks. Not much else, unfortunately. So we'll go out and do some more building now, but it will, I'm absolutely convinced it will just crash next time I try and build pretty much anything. Just to connect up the loop, I think on the last bit, just proper froze. And I was like, oh no, one last connection. And then finally did it after a couple of minutes. So basically what I wanted to do is see if I could, how close I could get to the island. And then the closer I was getting, so it didn't really start until that connection there when I then went to do a loop towards that cave entrance. So at this point it was fine, and so I was just like, well, I'll just keep building and going further and further towards the island. Kelp forests are they called? On the right. And then, I mean, that just screams Leviathan territory. They're like big open sea. Unfortunately, I didn't get close enough to be able to watch them, because I don't think they'll attack bases creative. Just the boats for some reason. And then I think that's just a sand shark there. Yeah. And what I wish I'd done, just got into a straight line and then done a right at the end rather than, I thought I'd save space. Or I'd get closer without crashing if I duct to more of a straight line. So I think I've managed to somehow pick an exact route between all the Leviathans, which would be great in normal gameplay. In creative is a bit of a waste. It's just gobbled up a fish. I think soon we'll start seeing some warpers. So definitely was seeing them whilst I was building. Kept zorbing in and out. Every now and then I just kept trying to put observatories just in case. But again, I should have gone a lot deeper, to be honest. 26 metres down just weren't enough. Because really all you get is the sand sharks. Just get in hindsight, definitely should have gone there, because that reeks of Leviathans down in that abyss. See, now we're getting close to the island. I think if you go above, you'd definitely be able to see it. I think it's going to be around there. Sand shark. I do wonder if the sand sharks are big enough to attack the base if this was on a regular game mode. Whether it's just Leviathans that can do it. Because I know they can damage it by hitting it in normal mode, which can be frustrating. Especially those big dumb herbivores. They'll just swim straight into your base. For no reason. Otherwise, I don't know, I guess it's on their program loop. So base 1 is where we just were, so we've already gone 600 metres away now. This is 300 to the island, and I think this is definitely warper territory. So hopefully. So there's definitely a Leviathan that hangs around just around that corner, but sadly doesn't want to come out. So if it wasn't so close to the question, I could build out there and then just go down, 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 down. And see all the Leviathans we want. Usually show up around here, the warpers. But it's like the start of there he is. Right on cue. There's a warper. Unfortunately it's not daylight, so you can't get the best of the views. Let's see if we can get. Oh, but he's right underneath us now. Strange thing. You can't need daylight. Even then you can't look too deep down. Let's see, 191 to the island. 730 metres away from the base, give or take. Oh, there's the warper. Now he definitely, if this weren't creative mode, he definitely would be attacking me. They can warp you outside of your boats. I assume they could warp you outside of your base. He's off now, but usually they turn back up. So it was very frustrating to scan even in creative mode. warp away just as you get into like 80% on your scanner. But you have to keep scanning the same one, otherwise it starts at 0. That sounded really close. Yeah. So get a better look at him. Shame it's not daylight. There you go. Oh, I didn't think of that earlier. Oh, no, he doesn't want to play. Okay, you could definitely go out there and go down into the depths if I had the space in the game without crashing. So definitely getting close. Yeah, so this is all island now. If you went up, that'd be probably the beach. Again, yeah, it must have been on the way back. I put that deep observatory in because like, even here, I didn't know how to go up without building 3 bases, which is annoying. Yeah, another little observatory, which is kind of useless in the dark. Oh, the warp just turning up down there. It's just one of the alien buildings, so that's where you know you need the big weapon thing that's on the island and shoots down stuff. Spoiler alert. So that's the warpers that make that noise. You find out in the story that they're, again, spoiler alert, that they're cyborgs and they're part machine, part living. Basically, yeah. They're hunters. They leave you like messages on your radio as well, where they talk about hunting basically all the survivors, but they can't seem to locate you. They sort of talk about you like you're missing. So I think when you get to all the wrecks and they've got them holes in, I think that's the warpers. So again, yeah, let's build the ladders up. This was annoying to get around this because I just wanted to do a straight line, but obviously I couldn't because of that. Another little observatory. You can just about make out that alien structure down there. You can see it when the sun's going up now. Starting to brighten up a bit. So yeah, you can kind of start making stuff out now. So you can see that coming out. All the structures. And then that's the big weapon. So yeah, get a better view now. Obviously even down there you're just looking out into darkness, which is why I wish I could have just dropped that all the way down there and out maybe. Alright, let's not waste this daylight now. You can actually see. Leave again. Shame. And hopefully no story spoilers, but the Sea Emperor's little bambinos sort of get released around there, but I believe they all swim off in different directions. And you can, if you go looking for them, find all 5 as fully grown. Unfortunately, one's not stuck around there. I mean, they could be around there, but I think on the other side there's a Leviathan. So I don't know if there's a sea emperor around there as well. You usually get warpers hanging around here. Yeah, so this is like the end of my rope, so literally if you just go up there you're on the beach. So let's just show you. Then yeah, you can go in there and you've got access to the whole base. You've got the island in there, the cave which zaps you over to the other island. It's a little gun base. After obviously, even on creative, I've decommissioned it now.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So yeah, you can now we can go back, take the other route. So I wonder if we can see a bit more in daylight, a little bit more. See the alien structure there. Again, not much in the way of life, unfortunately. So just do a bit of a jog to get us back. So you can see, like, probably a good 900 one end to the other. I think just under 1,000 it was, the island away from my base originally. 1,000 from your life pod that you start the game in. Okay, just see if we can see a bit more with the light. Really, you can see the warper a bit better, I guess. Sand shark and the Great Abyss. Oh, it's got to be a Leviathan down there. Has to be. So nearly back at the turn-in now. See again, see a lot more. In daytime, unfortunately, not enough more. definitely make it out a bit better in daylight, so we'll just go and have another look. Let's see, floating islands. Again, just sand sharks. Should have gone a lot deeper. So I reckon you could get a ghost leviathan down there easily. Which is annoying. And here we go. So rather than going back to the base, so I built another on my way back. So that would have been on the way back when I put that observatory in. Would have been when I discovered how to use the tubes, which made this part of the build a lot easier. So obviously the cave entrance is low. So again, quite how. So there definitely would have been Leviathan territory around there. So again, I've somehow managed to build right through their territories, like away enough so so again, if it was a normal game, it would have been great. But obviously in creative mode I kind of wanted to be able to come and have a look at the Leviathan swimming about. Again, that's another turn off, so that will lead back to the base, that one. I think I built that on the way back. And then I built a scanner room here. So if I wanted to come back and look for eggs, more rare eggs that maybe I don't have, I'll be able to find them a little bit easier. See the little scavenger ones. So 250 metres away from my base. We're now back 725 from the island, so we managed to run back quite quick. Again, this light just screams Leviathan down there, but not to be. So back to the kelp forests. Because the daylight's just still about out, you can make out the bottom. So I was disappointed, but I didn't see anything big swimming around down there. And again, I believe that's another. So shortcut back. There might have a couple of shortcuts back there, which I didn't realise. Where I put the thing, I mean, you can imagine how many bases it would have taken going down to get low. There's a big wreck there. Yeah, unfortunately, no Leviathan activity down there. So, nice quick shortcut now. Just imagine how long it's taken if there was a stair climbing animation. Oof. Wouldn't be worth doing. It's going to be night time again soon, annoyingly, but you can see it. Class soundtrack on this game, I've got to say. Oh, is that the sand sharks? What's the other one? The one that I've been mistakenly calling the sand shark, or not? I can't remember. But yeah, definitely recommend this game. Oh, What's that, life pod 5, possibly? Another big crash site. Definitely recommend it. Do the story between like 20 and 30 hours, and then crack on with creative. There's not too much more you can do. I suppose if you rush through the story because you're being chased by things or constantly running out of air, and in creative you can take your time, explore properly, and then do stupid things like build a gigantic base, which comes close to crashing your game every time you play it. But yeah, this is on the free to play on PlayStation, so I was very pleasantly surprised. So, oh, totally missed the actual cave. There we go. Right, so down we go. Get another observation, and then I believe here.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
that's the cave
decreased.
entrance. And this takes you down into, I can't remember exactly. I know you end up in the lava bit. I think you've got to go through the Ghost Leviathan territory first, which I'm sure it's got. So I don't know if it's the Mushroom Forest or something like that, possibly. Again, nearly crashed. And so yeah, so I could get you there. Again, I thought I better not risk building any more. Turning to go back towards the base. Yeah, so the cave's probably another good 800 metres away from the island. Only about 550 from the main part of the base. And yeah, so we can turn back here. Still got a bit of daylight, so you can see pretty much straight through the kelp forest. Not sure what that is. Probably a bit of crash site. Yeah, a bit of the Aurora that broke up. Again, I think, yeah, that goes off in that direction. So that'll take you again. Loop you back round. This is the way back to the base. Yeah. It's pod number 3 again. So, yeah. We made it back. So that's the base. pretty much just one more bit to complete the sort of circle. Yes, originally the first bit of expansion I did was just to build around this little mini mountain bit. This bit of land that's stuck up right outside my base. I thought, you know, and expand that slowly at first. Go around. Some sort of more kelp forest, which is basically everywhere. Again. Bit lighter. That's the main base there. Back to the beginning. So yeah, that's my big giant base. Took a good 45 minutes to get around. Anyway, Subnautica, highly recommend it, especially for free on the PlayStation Store. So see you around. Ta-ra. Have a good one.